Hi, my name is John Drucks, JONDRUCKS. You need to look at my entire Facebook page. It's my book, Change 2013. Today is May 31st, 2013. And I believe we're living the end of times. All you have to do is look at this nation and the world around you to know the end's upon us. I believe we're being given the test of time from above. I believe I've been touched from above to send a message, the truth or the end. And again, it comes from the Bible. Bible I got after my stepfather passed away. And it's John 16:13 is a sticker on his Bible cover. It says, "But when he, the Spirit of truth, comes, he will guide you all into the truth." That's what I believe I've been touched with. And again, the message is the truth or the end. Because I think we're living basically one big secret covered up lie of the secret societies of the New World Order, who've purchased a secret shadow government who's hell-bent on destroying America. And this is all my opinion. But I've been working on this a long time. I've been working on my Project Change for 2 years now. Started Memorial Day weekend 2 years ago. I've been writing my book into Facebook, Change 2013, for 9 months now. I'm on a mission to change this country, because again, either it changes now or it's over. And I can't prove it, of course. No human can prove it. But again, you believe in the Bible, you believe in God, you believe in Jesus, you believe in heaven. It gets the same thing. You can't prove it. And it's not who John Drucks is, or at least the life I've led. This comes from, I believe, my mother. She had something come over here 50 years ago about JFK, that our government was involved in the assassination of JFK. People called her crazy, didn't believe her, but she couldn't prove it. She was right. Again, 50 years later, now over 50% of the population believes the government was involved in the assassination of JFK. My mother comes from a strong Irish Catholic family, same as the Kennedys. John Kennedy was our first Catholic president. He's also known as the last president to tell the truth. So in other words, the president hasn't told you the full truth in over 50 years. We need our current president to tell us the truth now. He's under oath. I believe John Kennedy was assassinated for speaking out against secret societies and for separation of church and state. So again, your first Catholic president defended our Constitution of separation of church and state. And we're living the very reason why he did that. And again, I believe that's why he was shot. And because I think part of the secret societies are the churches. And again, it's people, the elite. It's not saying all Catholics. It's not saying all Jews. It's not, well, I am saying all Nazis. Because we are dealing with the Nazis here, people. It's not all the Mormons. That's what we got. In a country that supposedly has freedom of religion, we got a bunch of secret societies trying to destroy America, who are worshiping the almighty dollar, not God. Their God's the almighty dollar, and all you have to do is turn over a $1 bill, and you'll see the Illuminati symbol right next to God we trust. And I think that's why God's had enough. It's bad enough what they're doing now, and they're doing it in the name of God. A false God, because they're lying. Again, we're living under secrets and lies. Not one, many. And again, I believe you can tie Bush 41, the son of a Nazi bankroller, by the way. I think you can tie him to both JFK and 9/11. So the two where were you whens can be answered with George Bush 41. And of course he didn't pull the trigger. There's all kinds of people involved in having some people, some losers, two-time losers, that they probably brainwashed in some way or paid off. Who knows where they find these people? And he didn't pull the buildings on 9/11. Because again, these buildings were not brought down by airlines. You got thousands of structural engineers, and you got eyewitnesses that heard explosions. Basically, Bush 43's almost basically told you the story of explosives in buildings. Just like he couldn't keep his story straight, he says he saw the first plane hit the tower. Guess what? No one did till the next day. He can't keep his story straight, and that's why I don't think he's the leader of the secret societies. I think we have a power struggle. Now that Bush 41's ready to kick the can, and I tell you what, that's why I believe the time is now. We don't have much time for Bush 41 to still be around to hold him accountable for destroying America. Again, he is the son of a Nazi bankroller. A member of Skulls and Bones Secret Society. Just like Bush 43 and John Kerry. Your new Secretary of State, so remember that every time you hear him flying around the world spreading our love and money all over. Because it's actually our hate. I believe this is the Klan. Look at him. Our first black president. Look at him. I think he's got the Klan on one side of him, and I think he's got the KKK on the other. He needs to know he has true Americans on his side if he's going to tell us the truth, and if he is a true American. That's what the crazy thing is we don't even know who our president is. Imagine that one. Again, so Bush 41, CIA, he's also led into our secret CIA with that resume. Son of a Nazi bankroller and Skulls and Bones Secret Society. He's led into our secret CIA. I think that's the connection for JFK. If you follow those footprints, I think he's going to march right through RFK, MLK, I think Vietnam, Watergate, Iran hostage situation. He was the vice president under Reagan when Reagan was shot. Imagine that one. Same as John Lennon. Pope John Paul was even shot around that time. The Pope's not even sacred, for God's sake, under these people. These psychopaths and pedophiles that rule the world. Then you had Iran-Contra. Then you had the cowboy sex scandal at the White House under Bush 41. After he became your president, he started the first Iraq war, and then he stood up 10 years to the day of 9/11 and told you you were going to get a new world order whether you liked it or not. Just like Hitler did, to confirm his Nazism. And guess what? When his son, after his son won a rigged election, again, rigged in polls, booms and busts, crashes, words that we've been hearing for a long time because they're all words associated with the secret societies. So his son, Mini-Me 43 is what I'm going to call him, Mini-Me from Austin Powers, and we got Uncle Dick, Dr. Evil. But that election was won because another son was governor of the state of Florida, the deciding state. And then on 9/11, you need to look at another son who just so happened to be executive for a private contracted security company for the airports and the airliners. Some of them involved in 9/11. And again, you need to look at Dulles Airport. Look who that's named after. Because I've heard that name come up plenty of times during the assassination of JFK that ties Bush 41 and the CIA to it. Richard Nixon to it. LBJ to it. It's all a big conspiracy. And like I said, I'm not so sure you're not going to see some churches actually involved in it. That's pretty sick. And they are sick. This nation's sick for living under them. And when it's all about to come to an end, one way or the other. So on 9/11, it just so happens they're running hijacking drills. There was a lot of activity going on in the World Trade Center prior. I'm guessing everything's a secret over at the Pentagon. So, but they did elevator renovations before, and I'm guessing that's when they got packed with dynamite. And there's a video where and I remember hearing that they had some guys in custody. It's similar to the Boston story. It's reported that they have someone in custody, and then they just miraculously disappear after the feds get involved. The story always changes once the feds become involved, have you not noticed? So on 9/11, they just happened to be running hijacking drills with Dr. Evil, Uncle Dick Cheney, in charge of air defense, and gives a stand-down order as the planes are approaching. Similar to the stand-down order that was during Benghazi. That's why all these stories are similar. It's because they're all lies. It's a conspiracy to destroy America. I believe the true target of the World Trade Center was the destruction, demolition of financial fraud evidence. Mainly it's Building 7. Building 7 is what you need to look at. On 9/11. That building was not hit by anything. Small fire. And people heard explosions and were running from there before it even went off. They even showed where a newscast showed saying that it came down, but it was still there, and then it came down. We're living on a script of these sick people. They run Hollywood. They can create anything they want. But guess what? The creator, the true creator, is ready to take them out. But we need to stand up. We need to stand up now. They own and control everything. The only thing left for them to own and control is you and me. And again, they kill people that stand up against them. But again, my life story is like a Rolling Stone by Bob Dylan. When you've got nothing to lose. When you have no secrets, you have nothing to conceal. And I believe this country has nothing because we have plenty to conceal. All at the hands of the family of liars. I think you can tie a lot of things to the family of liars, and the family line's deep. Goes back a long ways, and they're the ones with everything. I think it goes to the family of liars out of England, the royal pain in the ass family, the Rothschilds who perfected this monopoly game that we just keep on playing. We keep losing, but we keep playing. The Rockefellers, again, it's pretty obvious who these people are. And the thing with these secret societies is they make it sound like it's all in the name of religion and God, when I believe their God's the almighty dollar. But they hold satanic rituals. What I say is they're going to feel right at home in hell. Again, I believe how you get to heaven is how you treat your fellow man. And these people certainly haven't treated their fellow man very well. Actually, they're, like I said, they're a bunch of mass murderers, I said. Mass murderers. Think about that next time you go to church. The end's upon us, people. Again, I believe we're given being the test of time from above. That's why I was touched. Just like my mom was 50 years ago. You can choose to believe me or not. But the time's now. It's time for true Americans to stand up, just like the hippies did. What I say is, it's time for the hippies on down to rise again, just like Jesus. They were called Jesus freaks, like there was something wrong. Their music was called devil music, when it all did is talk about love and peace, and about war pigs. Again, we're reliving history over and over and over again, people, and we just don't wake up. But I think they played one too many cards on 9/11 and these wars. I heard that there was like 500,000 children killed in Iraq. They love little kids. They're pedophiles. They'll love yours. They get you in a concentration camp. Because again, I just saw a thing on Michelle Bachmann as she announced she wasn't rerunning for Congress when she's under investigation for ethics and campaign finance. And she was doing a skit. Again, I think we're living out a skit of the Illuminati. But she was doing a skit on Saturday Night Live. And she talked about a harmful vaccine, which there just happens to be an outbreak of a virus that they said could affect the entire world. That there's no vaccine for right now, but I'm sure there will be one made up soon. Talked about concentration camps in the United States of America. And then talked about the rapture after a war with Iran. Guess what, people? I've seen that plenty of times. That's the end game of the Illuminati. We live in a country where the truth's become a conspiracy theory, then laugh. The joke's going to be on you, big time. We won't be laughing any longer, actually. Think about it. Take a good look at my Facebook page. Again, John, JON DRUCKS. Look at my entire Facebook page. Think about it. It's real. It's true. You don't know what the truth, most of America doesn't know what the truth is because it hasn't been coming from your government for a long time. Again, you need to look at the CIA, the NSI, the Homeland Security, TSA. You need to look at all these. Again, the story always changes when they're involved. Just like it was reported that a piece of the airline was found in the World Trade Center area just a little while ago as they're doing the last inspection before the tower opened up. And it was said it was a part of the landing gear that should have a serial number. Guess what? The next day after the feds got involved, it turned into a wing, which I'm guessing has no serial number. Because again, it's not even sure that it was commercial planes that hit the buildings to begin with, and it gets into structural engineers by the thousands are willing to testify they didn't come down by airplane. They came down from explosives, and we have eyewitnesses to prove the same thing. So again, John Drux, have a great day. Seek and find the truth before it's too late.